Welcome to the Pish Tosh podcast with Emma Red March Rose.
Thank you for listening as I share my interviews with students of the performing arts. I am here with Judy with A Million Middle Names Books. Judy, say hi. Oh, that's good enough. I just wanted to introduce today's guest, Cody Holcomb. He doesn't have 3 middle names, but I just wanted to leave it to be a mystery. So you're going to have to listen to the episode to find out. Ha 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 ha. Enjoy. Alrighty, I'm here with Cody Holcomb.
Hello, thanks for having me.
Cody, can I get your middle name to get us started?
Nelson
Holcomb. Is that a family name?
Yeah, it's my dead grandfather, I think.
Oh.
Somebody in my family.
Do you have an alive grandfather?
No, real calm.
Well, then how do you distinguish if you say my dead grandfather?
Because I think he's like the great-great-grandfather, somewhere way up
just
there.
one of them.
Yeah.
One of my dead grandpas.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. That sounded very, very insensitive, all of that.
No, it's all good. I don't know.
I have two. All mine are dead, too. I was just starting off on a real good foot.
Oh, yeah.
This starts with death. Anyway.
See how dark we can make it.
It's a beautiful sunny day outside here in Chicago.
All sweaty.
It's the first one. It's a sweaty, sunny day. Yep. Let's keep it dark and dry in here.
Oh, yeah.
Dark and dry. If I had to describe Cody Holcomb, dark and dry. No. We are here at the Second City, and we are enjoying some delicious coffees. And we're gonna have a nice chat.
Some water.
Some water? Mm-hmm. Oh, courtesy of
Emma.
Thank you. Just a little interview water. I have to point it out every time, which kind of takes away from it. But from now on, I've never been more proud of something. So Cody and I are in a Writing 1 class that just ended actually on Saturday, about a month ago.
Right.
A little over a month ago. We are coming to you from the present now when this is coming out. Mid-July. So, what got you into Writing 1 at the Second City?
Well, I moved here almost a year ago at this point.
To Chicago?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
I was born here, but grew up in Arizona, Nevada.
No way!
Yeah.
Did you know Sam Lieberman is from Phoenix?
I one of our breaks.
Conversations?
Yeah.
Oh,
found out.
And you've probably found out from last week's podcast.
Yeah.
This is very meta. Cody's playing along very well. We are recording in June. So just ruin the effect there. But no. That's awesome. So from Arizona, what part of Arizona you said?
Different. When I moved from here when I was 3, it was to Tucson.
Okay.
And then to Reno, Nevada.
Oh.
And then Phoenix.
Nice.
And then went to high school in Tempe. And then right before my senior year of high school, my parents moved to Texas, and I stayed.
Cool.
Lived with a friend's family. Finished high school. I don't want to set the bar too high, but that was the best year of my life so far.
High school was? The last year of high school?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
I was...
You just had all your friends and all your...
Yeah, I was well-rounded.
Going well.
I was well-rounded.
Were you in sports or extracurricular?
I started sports when I was a senior.
What sports?
I played baseball.
I don't know much about sports.
Yeah, it's all good.
I like them.
Yeah.
I've sported.
Sported?
Yep.
Yeah. But,
I sport them.
Just do it.
That's right. Baseball?
Yeah, baseball. And then,
fun.
So I was just really, that year was where I really became well-rounded. Yeah, I got really good grades, made friends, lived with my best friend.
Nice job.
Played baseball, got a girlfriend.
Yeah.
And
then it just went downhill.
Pretty much, yeah.
That's what it sounds like where this is going. Yeah. There's a but here.
Graduated, got dumped, went to college.
Oh, damn.
Then was really directionless. I went into law originally.
Wow.
And then hated that.
Oh, my goodness.
And then a friend convinced me to take a special major that was only at the U of A in Arizona called Politics, Philosophy, Economics, and Law.
Oh, my goodness.
And then minored in history. And then...
What was it again? Politics?
PPEL. Politics, Philosophy, Economics, and Law. And how they're all
PPEL?
integrated. Yeah.
Cool.
But classes were fun. I'm
Did
still
a lot
figuring.
of people take that in class? Okay, I'm sorry. I really wanted there to be a joke there.
Yeah.
But there's
That
no
worked.
reason.
That worked.
PPL.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Love acronyms.
yeah,
Oh,
I love them.
They're the best.
But yeah, I just got really.
Did you go far in that degree? Like, did you?
So I was
complete
there
that
for
one?
2 years
Uh-huh.
until this past May when I dropped out.
Do you mind if I ask how old you are? Is that too?
Just turned 21.
You just turned 21. Oh, so all of this just happened.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm 27.
Yeah.
I'm like a little bit older, and I'm used to all my friends and family being way older than me. Not way older than me. Sorry, anyone, friends and family who are listening. You guys aren't old, but I'm used to hanging out with people that are older than me.
Same.
So it's
Yeah.
like I'm surprised. But I mean, you look like a young man. Not too. You look. Never mind.
Yeah. No, I get that a lot. Somebody thought I was in my 30s once.
Really? That's fun.
that was
I bet
weird.
you. I bet you've been able to buy alcohol for years.
Haven't had the balls to
Oh, really?
for a long time.
Oh,
I was
man.
pretty straight edged
Really? Yeah.
up until like my second year in college.
Nice.
So-
I never had to. Like, I never
Yeah.
had to buy it. In North Carolina,
Yeah, it's just
it was
there.
around. Yeah,
Yeah.
it was like encouraged. And like, the only time that I ever bought alcohol underage, and I think statute of limitations is like, it's well gone and,
Yeah.
and done and everything. And it's like one, teenager buying a Four Loko is not like the worst thing in the world. But it wasn't a Four Loko. It was actually a Mike's Harder Lemonade, which might be worse. But anyway, I went to a gas station the night before I turned 21, and I walked in, and I was like, brought it up to the counter and set it down, and just like looked the attendant straight in the eye, and they were like, "Can I see your ID?" And I was like, "No, it's in the car." And they're like, "Can you go get it?" And I was like, "No." And they sold it to me, and then I went about my day, and I was like, well, damn, I could have been doing this for a long time.
I've had that same feeling going
Right?
to Cubs games.
Yeah.
Like nobody asked me.
Nobody
for my ID.
cares.
No,
Oh, dang
I
it.
could have been doing this.
But then
for
it
so
could have
long.
been that one time.
Yeah.
And then apparently they can report you. And like if you get a fake ID or something, they can report you, and then you can lose your license for like a year or something. So the stakes are high enough.
Yeah.
That don't drink underage, kids. Don't
Yeah,
try to buy it.
Don't do it.
Yeah. Don't do drugs and all that stuff.
Yeah. So I was in college, and I was really just lost. Like I still think I'm
Yeah.
pretty lost.
No, we
But-
all kind of are in a way.
Yeah.
And you're here. That's great. You found your way here.
Yeah. So I moved here, worked a bunch of odd jobs,
Can you name a few?
worked on a yacht, my first one ever.
Oh my god.
5 days. The whole podcast would just be on that.
Oh god, yeah. On a
Somebody
yacht.
threatened to kill me.
Oh my god.
My first day.
Was it like a drug dealer's yacht? Like a fancy like
I won't name names.
okay.
I've heard rumors that the owner may or may not be connected with the mob in some way.
Oh my god, I
Yeah.
forget that we're in Chicago. Like
Oh,
this is
yeah.
it. This is where the mob is.
pretty crazy.
Oh my god. I want to do like a tour,
Yeah.
which is probably really like generic. But
Like a crime tour?
yeah, like a crime
Yeah,
tour.
they do those.
Oh
Yeah.
god, I want to
Yeah,
do that
it's
so
good.
bad.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead. The yacht. Oh, it's some other jobs. Either way, whatever.
Yeah, just
Your odd
random-
jobs.
Yeah, just working like
Jobs
a
that are
realtor.
odd.
And then
A realtor?
yeah, I
Working
just like
as like an
help.
assistant?
No, I just help move things out of houses that were going.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Nice.
But,
Keep it real.
Yeah, and then 2 days before class started, it had always been kind of in my mind to go to Second City, just
Yeah.
because I love comedy, and I knew I'm not a stage person,
Yeah.
so I love working in the background, and I like. In the past, I've loved writing,
Uh-huh.
and I kind of lost it in college, so I
It
took
sounds
that
like
leap.
not the most creative of programs of study that you had there for a little while. It sounded like a little suffocating to me, someone who is
Little.
like a creative mind and not a mathematic or politically minded. I feel like that would be like a
Yeah, I
drudge.
struggle with that.
Yeah.
I did good in high school though, so I'm still figuring out what
what the
the
disconnect
issue.
was.
Yeah,
Yeah. Well, maybe just motivation changes. You know, because I found that I can do things well if I'm motivated to. I can do things very badly if I'm motivated to do them badly. Just kidding. No. If I'm not motivated to do them well, then I don't. It's hard to care when you don't. And
Yeah.
it's like, I don't know. So, you never did any performing before, or?
maybe in like elementary school or
Oh
middle
yeah,
school,
like
we
a
had
tree
to.
or something,
Yeah,
and like the
we had
giving
to.
tree or something. Yeah,
Yeah.
they forced. Yes.
Other than that, no.
Man, wow. Well, that's cool. Well, was this class a surprise to you with how much acting that we've had to do
I didn't know what to
time?
think of it.
Yeah.
And I think I've shown that I'm not an actor.
No, that's
so
okay. No, it's been fun,
it's
man.
good.
It's good. Yeah, it's good.
Yeah.
That's great. Also, I'm going to mention it at some point, and I got to mention it now. The shirt you're wearing is fantastic.
Thank you.
Oh, man.
I've been trying to wear more colors.
Yes.
Before I was more muted, just like browns and blacks.
Right. No, this is very exciting. And it's a perfect day for it. Sun's shining. It's beautiful outside. Oh, my gosh.
I've been wanting to wear this all winter.
Yep.
It just doesn't feel right.
Flowers and the palm trees and palm fronds. Is that what you call it? I don't know if they're leaves, but the leaves of the fern. Right. I don't know. It's beautiful though.
Yeah,
we were just talking about that because I had Sam's interview actually took place just a few hours ago. I'm doubling it up today. Yeah. It's been a great day.
Yeah. Awesome.
Yeah. And he was wearing a very floral shirt as well, so I'm very proud of you guys.
Awesome.
Yep. And mine is scented florally with coffee.
There we go.
Yeah. You'll find out some more about that when you listen to Sam's. It's a whole thing. Anyway, so you worked on a yacht that may or may not have been a mob yacht. There could have been people getting slept with the fishes on that yacht. Slept upon by fishes?
It was a party yacht. So a lot of drugs.
Oh my gosh. A lot of
dealing
ladies,
with drunk people.
Boats and hoes. Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Oh yeah, you betcha.
Yep, you betcha. It's awesome. Are you like soaking up the language here?
Yeah.
Do you feel Chicagan the way you speak now? Like, did it take long?
I hope so.
Nice. Fit right in?
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Because I was born here, but I never grew up around the accent.
Right. And when you were born, you probably weren't talking.
No, that would be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird. Just come out. Yeah. Oh gosh.
Oh jeez.
Right out the womb. That'd be great. Nice. Mine. My voice. Accents. It yo-yos so much.
I did because in the last podcast.
Oh yeah.
I heard a lot of Midwestern.
It's crazy, and it changes so fast. And I'm seeing somebody now, and so now I think I'm just talking faster, more northern faster than I would have normally. But it's like if I hop on the phone with my friends from North Carolina, it's right back.
Oh yeah.
Right back to it. Y'all wouldn't even believe. It's crazy, but yeah. The problem is I used to work at a restaurant actually for years. I worked at a steakhouse, and they used to actually make fun of me because I would go to the tables. Sometimes the booths would be back to back, and I swear to God I couldn't help it, but I would cater how I spoke depending on who I was speaking to, and it went so badly so many times because I was just praying that it wasn't offensive because I wasn't aware of it 90% of the time until the other waiters and waitresses would start to point it out and just watch me go to tables. And I'm not even going to repeat any of it because I'm embarrassed for once. I don't know if I've ever been embarrassed before, but it doesn't feel great.
No.
Thanks, Cody.
Oh, yeah.
Thanks for bringing that up.
I'm Brad. I'm glad to be here.
Oh man, my face matches my hair right now, doesn't it? Damn it.
A little bit.
Damn. Anyway, Cody, what are your jobs? The more embarrassing, the better.
Yeah, just that yacht was like the main one.
Any jobs in high school or anything?
No.
Any jobs as a baby when you're here, as a baby in Chicago?
Man, my mom was a hairdresser. I was probably around that.
Oh, nice. My mom was a dog groomer, so
really?
a hairdresser in a way, but just a dog's hairdresser.
Yeah.
Dressing. She did dress the dogs too, dress them in bandanas and such.
Oh yeah, love that.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Did you ever go to your mom's like work?
Oh yeah, I remember
salon?
that. Yeah,
that's
Tucson.
fun, man.
Yeah.
I always liked that like environment.
And getting free haircuts my entire life.
Yeah, my mom always gave me free haircuts too, but she didn't. They were bad. They were so bad. No offense, Mom, but I had a bowl haircut till I was like 15.
Oh boy.
And a red bowl haircut. I look like the little boy from Pete's Dragon. I guess Pete. In the old one. I forget you're 21. So the old Pete's Dragon with the cartoon dragon.
I might have.
Mickey Rourke or Mickey Rooney. Mickey Rooney. Yeah, he's from like a million. I feel very old around you, Cody.
I'm sorry. I mean, I did watch a lot of like 80s Disney cartoons.
That's good.
That Great Mouse Detective.
Yeah, I love the Great Mouse Detective.
The Sherlock Holmes as a mouse.
Yes.
Awesome.
It's perfect.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, it's like a combination of the two most wonderful things, Sherlock Holmes and mice cartoons. Yes. I mean, they wouldn't make so many cartoons about mice if they weren't great. The Rescuers, The Rescuers Down Under.
Lost me on that one.
The Rescuers?
Yeah.
It was very cute. I highly recommend it.
Okay.
And then also, it's pretty much the same theme. It's just detective mice cartoons.
Right.
And then also Fievel. Fievel Goes West.
No.
Oh, man.
Damn.
Let's see.
It
There's
was more
more.
of a Toy Story, and from there
Have you
on-
seen the fourth one?
No.
Oh,
not
my
yet.
gosh. I
Don't-
bet you will have had seen it by the time this podcast comes out.
Possibly.
Yeah. I think I'm going to try to see it here soon.
Right.
A lot of good movies coming out. So anyway, who are some of your biggest comedy influences? Like when you were thinking about heading this way, did you have anybody in mind that you wanted to write like? Like, did you like certain people's writings? Scripts and things?
No. I mean,
I hate it all. It all
No.
sucks.
I
I'm
mean-
going to be the one to change comedy for the better. No,
I
I'm just
mean-
kidding. No.
I don't know a whole lot of comedy writers. I really like this guy named Dan Soder.
Okay.
Really funny.
I'm gonna
I
look
love
him up.
Yeah, he's on a show
Nice.
on Sirius XM with Big J Okerson.
Oh,
Called
on a
The
radio
Bonfire?
show?
Yeah.
Right. Awesome.
So good. They have an ongoing
It's called the what? The Bonfire Show?
The Bonfire.
The Bonfire. Oh, nice.
They have an ongoing thing with Corey Feldman that's been happening for
Ooh.
like 3 years now.
That's great.
He's blocked them on Twitter. They went to his concert.
Oh my god, that's fantastic.
It's great.
Oh man, I've got a couple bits. They're not great yet. We'll see. Do you want to try one?
Sure.
Would you like to try to say the Pish Tosh podcast?
Oh man, I've been preparing myself ever
Damn
since
it!
I listened to these two.
See, no,
I mean,
no.
I won't be the first one to fuck this up.
That's true.
I'm in hallowed
That's true.
ground.
Yes,
Hallowed,
that's right.
Hallowed,
It's been trudged
yes.
before. That's right. No one can say it worse than me.
I got big boots to
And
fill.
that's Tosh with a T.
Tosh.
Yep.
Pish Tosh.
Right. Mm-hmm.
All
Click
right.
off.
Pish Tosh podcast, Pish Tosh podcast, Pish Tosh podcast.
Oh my gosh.
Almost lost it at the end there.
That was great. Sorry, my hands really
Watch
sweaty.
your elbow.
That's right. That's right.
There we
Yeah, we got a fan. Thank you. See, I like that because when you're watching the elbow, you're not watching my eyes.
Mm-hmm.
That's the whole thing.
I could sense that they closed.
Yeah,
but
absolutely.
I
You could
totally
feel
get
it.
that. Yeah.
Yep, I couldn't.
I close my eyes.
That's
It's like
right.
sounds even.
You know what? I hate loud noises.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not a big loud noise person.
No.
Which, I've been listening to the fireworks in Chicago. There's fireworks every night. And so many. That's and you know what, the other day, I joke that they're Chicago fireworks. But I know. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
but really, I was walking around the other night. It was Friday night. It was real late. It was like 10, 11 by myself. Walking around the south side. And maybe not the safest areas.
Which part? I'm on the south side.
Are you? Then I don't want to say.
Mm.
In the Pilsen area?
No.
I like the neighborhood a lot.
I'm further south.
I like it a lot. Oh, okay. Well, now
Yeah.
I feel even worse.
No. I'm actually. Yeah,
You feel
I'm
good?
right by.
I like it. I
Yeah,
mean, it's,
yeah.
I don't
Yeah.
feel unsafe there.
Yeah. Right.
And but it was really funny though because I was hearing some bursts of noise, and I looked up and there was an actual firework up in the sky, a beautiful big, a ginormous 4th of July looking firework, and this was not the 4th of July, and then I started questioning everything in life. Just I was like maybe some of them are fireworks. Maybe I'm making assumptions.
Yeah, I heard some of those a couple nights ago. I was just in denial. Like, yeah, those are fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely. My my partner, or whatever, the first time I heard him, because I've only been in the city, a couple months, and it definitely. Oh, we've got somebody in the
boy.
background here who's quite vocal.
A lot of things happening.
A lot of things happening. That's life here at the Second City.
Oh yeah.
Exciting stuff.
Life moves fast.
Yes, life finds a way. Yes. Actually, your shirt almost reminds me of Jurassic Park a little bit.
Really.
Yeah, I think it just makes me really happy.
Thank
And
you.
that movie makes me happy.
That's the effect I want to have on people.
Yeah, absolutely. Sam and I had a good long conversation about Jurassic Park because it's just one of my favorites.
I have not seen it in a long time.
Oh,
I have
I
seen
almost
it.
had a heart attack. He saw me get excited, like in the wrong way. Upset is the word. Well, good. I'm
Being
glad you've
angered
seen
at my
it.
youth.
Yes. Have you seen the new ones, Jurassic World? That's probably more your generation.
No.
You haven't seen the new ones?
No.
They're pretty good. They're pretty good. You like Chris Pratt as an actor?
Yeah.
I like
he's
him
good
as an
in-
actor. I have to say it like that.
No.
I like his acting.
As opposed to...
He's fine.
Yeah.
He's fine.
Mhm.
I especially like his acting, though.
Yeah.
I tend to follow a lot of comedians and stuff on social media, and so some of them I'm happy to be following, and and it makes me enjoy them more. Some of them I kind of regret following, because then I'm like, I like your acting. I like you as a performer. I didn't want to know that you're like this.
I
in
don't
real
follow
life.
very many.
Yeah, there's a lot, we talked about Bill Cosby that first episode,
Yeah.
and that's a good example of like, I like your comedy, and then I didn't need to know any of that. I mean, I'm glad people know now, because no one should live that way.
Yeah. I feel the same way about Louis C.K.
Same here.
I used to love him.
I wanted to deny that so hard. Like, when someone first told me about some of the things, I was just like, no.
God damn it.
No. Or I was like, is it that bad? And then I was just like, God, no, it is. Yeah, that's bad. You can't start making excuses or whatever and compromise your morality for somebody, even if they are fucking hilarious. Oh, so hard. I was just telling my mom, I was apologizing to her. I said, whatever you hear on this podcast, I love you. And, the decisions you made them, for reasons. Maybe not great reasons, but there were reasons, and that's fine. And I said, and I would never do anything to hurt her unless it was really funny. So that was about where we got to that. So, but yeah, Louis C.K. There's a few others, I mean, of course, that are just, that's the whole thing about celebrity. I feel like we're moving to a different era, though, where maybe celebrities realize their own personal responsibility that they have as being someone in the limelight, being someone who's seen by so many people, that they have a responsibility to be morally upstanding, or at least not, rape. Yeah.
That's a good one.
We'll set the bar low.
Yeah.
Just don't rape.
Let's start. We'll work our way up.
Exactly. Yeah. It's like, don't rape, and then maybe ask for consent might be the next one. Yeah. I don't know. It's 2019. We're getting there.
Yeah.
So you only like the one person, comedy-wise?
No, I just, like, this happens when people ask me what music I like. I just completely blank.
No, same here.
Idea.
Yep.
There was...
I like one band,
Right.
comparatively to everyone else.
Which one?
I'm going to bring it up so much. I haven't brought it up yet on any of the podcasts.
We'll be the first.
We'll be the first one. This is a momentous occasion.
Yeah.
Blue October. I have been listening to them since I was like 11, and I have been seeing them live at least once a year. Twice already this year. Since I was like 17, when I was allowed to go to secular concerts. Because I'm a heathen. And that's actually where Red March comes from. It's like kind of an ode to them. The lead singer writes the music, and like, I've watched him move through. When I first started listening to them, he was fairly young. He's not old now, but he was young, and he was drinking too much, on a lot of drugs, and married to a woman, had a kid, divorced, went through a whole custody battle, got sober, met someone, had 2 more kids. Like, through all of this, he doesn't know me,
right there.
but
Yeah.
I've been right there. I've been so involved with all of it. I've been I know his kids' names, I know both his wives' names. I'm like, and I met him in April.
Right.
And I got to talk to him, and I was like, dude, I am 9 months. I was like, I'm 8 months sober. And I am like so happy to meet you, and you were such a huge influence in that, because a lot of the songs he's written these last few years of his sobriety have been about overcoming fear and not being an addict, or not being an addict, but working through that. And so I gave him one of my Red March t-shirts, and he was like, you don't have to give me anything. And I was just like, no, I want you to have it. And he's like, okay, cool. And then he looked me dead in the eye, and he was like, don't ever drink again. And I'm like, God himself could come down right now and tell me not to drink, and I would be like, Right. But you telling me, I'm like, never will pass these lips.
Right.
I do a lot of blow, but no, I'm kidding. I don't do that anymore either. But yeah, no, I'm like 9.5 months. But yeah, Blue October.
Congratulations. Yeah.
Thank you. High five for that. Woohoo, sobriety.
Happy
I try to put like a really positive spin on it, because it's like you hear stuff about sobriety, and everybody's just like, wah, wah. And I'm like, no, man, it's great, man.
No,
I'm
it's
like clear-headed,
fantastic.
and I don't put myself in like super dangerous situations anymore. Well, yeah, I guess I do, because of the walking around, and I still put myself in a lot of dangerous situations. But I do them intentionally, so that's good. I just got to learn to fight. That's all.
I have a similar
bullets.
thing.
Sorry. Gotta learn to fight bullets. No. Oh.
I have a similar thing with a podcast I listen to called Pardon My Take. It's like a sports comedy show. It's really funny. But one of the guys is nicknamed Big Cat, and just last week he had a kid. And I woke up to the news, and I was so happy for something that had nothing to do with me.
Oh my God, like, I'm there for you, man.
Right.
Like, I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm watching this.
I was like,
I'm in it with you.
I was so happy. I wanted to share it with somebody.
Yes.
But nobody I know gives a shit.
Right. No, you let me know. Yeah. I'll keep you posted on Justin Furstenfeld, and you keep me posted on Big Cat.
Yes.
And we'll just understand that it's an obsession that might not be healthy, and it's one-sided as hell.
Yeah.
But it's makes us happy, and if it brings us joy, then we should keep it, like that book or whatever. Yeah. If it doesn't bring us joy, get rid of it. If it brings us joy, hold on to it. That was a good sketch too. One of our classmates, was it Mary? Or was it, I know it was a female. Maybe it wasn't. No, I'm saying that. Not that matters. It's 2019. I'm not going to assume anyone's gender.
No.
Who's to say?
Yeah, I don't remember who it was.
But there was a great sketch.
Yeah, it was
a great sketch about
fantastic.
that, about getting rid of things.
I'm sorry to whoever wrote that. We don't remember.
I know, yeah, absolutely. Please be on the show still, because it's probably, so many of our classmates are great writers, and like, that's what I was thinking about. Like, when Sam and I were talking about it too, it's like the consistency of writing every week. It's been really impressive.
It's incredible.
It's been fun.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Gosh. You know who I would like on the show too? I know, sorry, this is probably rude, because we're talking right now. I got you on the show. But I'm going to get Ty on here.
Yeah, oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
That is going to be
blows me away
so great.
sometimes. Y'all got something to look forward to another day. But yeah, so did you know anybody in Chicago coming up here? Or did you travel with somebody?
It was actually my aunt invited me up here.
No
to
way!
come up
try
here.
it out.
Yeah,
see what
exactly.
see where your life direction is.
Yeah, I was in a really bad place in Arizona.
East. It's the direction your life has taken you.
Yeah.
Northeast. If we're going to be super specific.
Yeah.
But you said you were not in a great place?
Yeah, in Arizona.
Oh, man.
Just like, I don't know, I just remember in college just like sitting back and just like, what is wrong with me?
Oh,
and
man.
And then, I don't know, people either graduated and moved away, and it was kind of what you and Jeff talked about last week, of just that weird kind of loneliness.
Right.
And like, it was all these comedy shows that I would listen to that were like the only thing that was like...
I saw a picture of, or I guess it was a meme, which this is getting really meta, because it was a meme making fun of people that listen to podcasts that I'm talking about on a podcast now. We're going to make a meme of this moment.
Yes, verbal meme.
A verbal meme. A verbal meme, yes. You know what I mean. Okay, so it was a picture of a person laughing in front of a mural, and the mural was of two other people laughing, and it said what it feels like to listen to a podcast. And I was like, yes. So like, you listen to these podcasts and you feel like you're connecting to people, but you're not. Like, you're
That's
just
exactly
outside
with,
of it.
like Big Cat having a kid. It was like, I have no connection to him.
No, but you feel like you know that you want that. And it's like, I don't know about you, but I would feel so guilty about wanting these like relationships. Like, I would like friendships and stuff like that. And it was like, I feel like we're going into like a really like dangerous place, but I love it too, because these are good conversations to have. Like, I don't think anybody should feel shame or feel guilt about wanting like connection. And like, I feel like we get that here in a pretty safe way. Yeah. That's nice. And it's like, cool, we're finding our niche. I'm always paranoid to say that. Niche?
Niche.
Niche.
I took German. I always had the problem with the CH.
Oh.
It was
niche.
Ch. Niche. Nick.
9. How long did you take German?
2 years.
In college?
Yeah.
College? Nice.
In college.
That's awesome. Do you remember a lot of it?
I know enough to get me into trouble.
Nice. Those are the important ones. Yeah. Yes, absolutely.
But,
now, for our German listeners, I'm sorry, but yes.
Es tut mir leid.
Oh! Explicit. I don't know what he said. Oh, man. That's great. I used to listen to a band called Og and Oof. I don't know if you listen to a lot.
I should know all these
German
obscure
bands.
German bands.
It was weird. It was really weird. Achenstein. The song I used to listen to. It was in the emo days.
Oh yeah.
I don't know how hard that hit for your generation, but emo was such
At
a
one
big
point,
thing.
wearing jackets in Arizona when it was 100 degrees.
Oh my God.
Having like bangs
Yes,
everywhere.
I'm in a band. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh man, we had
went
like
through
the
that.
studded and checkered belts and the. See, I think I'm like the original emo. Like it was so bad when I was a kid. Like I feel like your generation, you're just a few years younger than me. Like it got cooler faster, and people were cooler younger. At some point, I don't know. Like
I wasn't.
no, me either. I was homeschooled, so it's
Yeah.
like I was one of the coolest homeschoolers I knew. But that was not saying much. That's
Right.
like yeah. I'm the thinnest pig at the farm. Like, I don't know what that means, but oh man. But yeah, no, I definitely had super weird hair and clothes, and then I became emo. And then it got weirder. No, I'm just kidding.
I went through a Marilyn Manson phase.
I loved Marilyn Manson. I used to know all the words of like the new shit and his version of Sweet Dreams I would listen to all the time. Korn I would listen to. System of a Down was like my shit.
Yeah.
Oh, those were the days. Breaking Benjamin.
Yeah.
I used to have Diary of Jane as my ringtone on my like Nokia, and I was thinking about that the other day. I was like, oh, that's like unbelievable now. Now I don't have time to do anything like that, to change my ringtones. That used to be such a big deal.
I had mine as a
Absolutely.
rap ringtone when I was like 12.
Really?
And then it went off in a grocery store next to old people. And
Oh no.
so I just have the straight, like, old
yes.
phone ring. Right.
Something like that. That's a hard
It
one
was
to
just
mimic.
like the old...
Oh, like an old timey phone.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Nice. Sorry for our older listeners too.
Yeah,
Things
sorry.
change quickly. Things change
sorry.
quickly. We cannot be blamed for this. I feel old. You feel old. We're all old.
Great
We're
Depression
young.
was hard. We
Yeah,
get it.
exactly. Dinosaurs, thank you, Jeff Goldblum. I had a ringtone for quite a while that was the Booty song by Tim Booty Wilson. Does that sound familiar?
I don't know.
It was from an album called like Terrible Sounds of the 70s. And the song, and it was like I would hear it all the time, so I would tune it out, and I would just think that's my ringtone, and I wouldn't even turn it off anymore because I didn't think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And I remember being in a gas station once and it just going off and me just ignoring it. And the song basically, I'm going to sing it wrong, but it was pretty much like, look at that booty, show me the booty, give me the booty, I want the booty, Lord what a booty, lunch booty, supper booty, dinner booty, delivery booty, takeout booty, need a lot more booty. And it just said booty probably hundreds and hundreds of times in the song.
Nice.
And until it just gets so convoluted, it's like moist booty, dry booty, I hope that one's my booty. It just got ridiculous.
Right.
In the end, it's just probably 30 straight seconds of just booty, 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 and it's this old white guy. And so I have that playing in my back pocket, and I remember finally like getting to the register and looking up, and the guy at the register just gave me the biggest smile I've ever seen in my life, and just these crazy eyes like, this is an invitation. And that's when I changed my ringtone. I was like, I think this is funny. This is not like a song to me by any means. But he
No.
took it that way. He was like, you like the booty. I was like, no. Well, yeah, I do. But
You want a piece of
not.
this gas station?
Gas station booty. That'll be my album. Yeah.
That's a good one.
We got
actually.
gas. Oh, that's terrible. Oh, gross. Did you get some of that gasoline cologne? That's also part of the show.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it's like Ellen. You always get something.
Oh.
Look under your seat.
It's there. It's there. I got it.
No, really, look. Got him.
Okay.
Bam.
You're going to be banned from Wrigley for that.
What?
Yeah.
What happened?
Guy did that, and apparently it's also like a white supremacist.
Oh my God.
Sign?
Oh
So,
shit.
yeah.
Oh no.
would,
I did the, what do you call it? The okay sign?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it's not okay.
No.
The symbol that you do with your hands where you touch your tip of your index finger and your tip of your thumb together, for our listeners.
Yeah.
And it's got like, it's okay in Italian. That's probably not right, but I'll ask Ricardo. And you do it below your waist, and then if someone sees it, you can hit them.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have brothers?
No, I have a younger sister.
Did you hit her a lot?
No, she hit me a lot.
That sounds like younger sister. I was a younger sister. That sounds about right. So I'm going to go look this up and make sure that I'm not a white supremacist. And in the meantime, we're going to listen to a couple, one commercial. Or a couple commercials. Y'all just listen. We're going to be busy doing our own thing. We'll come back after the break. Thank you so much.
This fine program is brought to you by the kind folks down at Harry's Deli, Chicagoland's only exotic meats emporium. Located in the heart of Chicago at the corner of Madison and Howard, Harry's got you covered. Whether you're in the market for slabs of baboon or cold cuts of polar bear, Harry's offers a wide selection of exotic meats from around the world. You can order online and have fresh rhinoceros, manatee, sea turtle, and many other delectable endangered meats. Just use promo code PISH and get 85% off your first order, not including shipping and handling. Now back to your scheduled programming.
And we're back with Cody Nelson Holcomb.
Yes.
I haven't said your full name nearly enough on this podcast yet. You're going to hear it 100 more times in the next 20 minutes. Yeah. I'm so sorry. So we were talking about your experiences here at the Second City. So you got here about a year ago, you said?
Mm-hmm. Last July. So about
almost a year. A year by now. Yeah. By the time you're listening to this, it will have been a year.
It will.
Assuming that you live in Chicago for the next couple more weeks.
Yeah.
We'll see. No, I'm sure. So did you know right away when you got to Chicago that you'd be taking classes at the Second City?
No, not at all.
Oh, so you worked on the yacht. You worked on the...
With the realtor. And then just a bunch of one-time freelance
I'm sorry, now I'm just fucking with you. So, were there some other jobs? Some freelance stuff you said?
I honestly don't remember. They all kind of blend. They're all just one time.
Yeah. Or did you find any, were there any sports here or things here that you got into in the meantime?
No,
if not, that's
yet.
Okay. Yeah. You're just absorbing
I've been meaning
city.
To get into that.
That's okay, yeah. What did you do for fun?
Oh, man.
What are you doing? What is your typical day? I'm so sorry. I'm putting so much pressure. I want to get to know you. What? Yeah.
Right. I'm pretty close to the lake, so I go down there.
Oh, that sounds
pretty
nice.
often.
Yeah. It's beautiful.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's really nice.
Yeah. Like an ocean.
Listen to a lot of podcasts. That's what I do most. If I'm ever
What do you do with your hands when you listen to podcasts?
Usually I have video games or something.
Oh, nice.
But I always just have to have something
going.
Audio going on.
Absolutely.
But when I got here I was still pretty lost.
Yeah.
I had no idea what
I spent a lot of times lost in the city. Literally lost. Yeah. I took the L the first time recently and it was fun. Mm-hmm. It went not great. I just got lost a lot. So it was not bad. Yeah. I just got lost a lot. I got on all the wrong trains.
Yeah.
Saw a good bit of the city.
Mm-hmm. I feel that way on the north side. I have no idea where everything is.
Yeah. I feel that way on the north side and the south side. And the middle and the other east
and
west.
Thing.
Yeah, the whole thing.
Yeah.
All of it. It's very nice.
Yeah.
I like it. I don't know where the hell I am at any given time. Somebody was asking me today, they said, yeah, we can meet by here. They said, is that the brown line and the red line? And I said, whoa. You are overestimating me right now. The what and the what?
Yeah.
But yeah. So what kind of video games, if you don't mind? Is that too personal?
No, I mean, it's just sports games. Because if I have a story and I'm listening to stuff, I can't play Red Dead, which is very story oriented. And listen to stuff.
Really confusing.
Yeah. So it's all just visual.
That sounds good. Mine too. I'm so lame when it comes to the video games now.
Yeah.
When it came to physical video games, with systems, I used to play some Halo and some Grand Theft Auto and things like that. I like those.
Yeah.
But now it's all phone games, and those phone games are the opposite of story oriented. They're I play a lot of word games, and I play. For years, I had to stop because I was addicted to it. I have a very addictive personality. Right now, it's coffee and ice cream. Mm-hmm. Thank God, because it was worse things. But coffee and ice cream, not that bad. It was tap fish. Have you ever heard of this game?
No.
The whole point of it was to just tap the screen so that you could get more fish, and it was the most base game. And I played it, and you'd get points or whatever for how many taps, and you would keep track statistically. And I'd be so upset when I would do well at the game because I'm like, I'm just tapping my whole life away. I'm just sitting here tapping so that I can have digital fish.
I was like that with...
I don't even want real fish. That's the thing. Like, someone could offer me a real fish, like a real life living thing, and I'd be like, no, I don't want that.
Yeah.
But I'll take a tiny little blip on my phone, and I'll spend 6 hours tapping to do it. Stupid. Sorry, go ahead.
It was like, I had something similar with Spider Solitaire.
I love, no, all day
like,
long. And
I just love organizing.
You don't win anything.
Yeah.
You know, there's no benefit to it, except for the satisfaction of winning.
I mean,
love Spider Solitaire.
I would keep track of like my time. Yes. I one time I got it down to like 1 minute and 15 seconds.
Oh my God, that's way better than me. Yeah. I'd always just try to get under 2 minutes, and that only happened like once or twice. Yeah. No, it's not great. But yeah, no, same with Solitaire too. Mm-hmm. Yeah, and it was never about points. It was always about time. Mm-hmm. Because I cannot stand it being about points, because every time I'd flip the deck, when I played regular Solitaire, I would just want to scream. So I'm like, this is making me so angry. I can't do it.
I don't understand
Thank
how
God
the
I
point
don't play
works.
more important games,
right.
like politics. That game I would be so bad at. Now I got a question.
Right.
Are you a history buff?
Yes, I am.
I knew it. Knew it.
How could you tell?
Oh, okay. So Cody's last sketch, Cody Nelson Holcomb, his last sketch was so funny, and like we all really enjoyed it. But I think the best part was that after the sketch, when we kind of all as like a class talk about the sketch, and the teacher was asking some questions to Cody, and your answers were all based in like history. And you just rattled off like important dates and like proclamations and names and like this like legitimate stuff. And I remember thinking like, this can't be accurate. Maybe it's just my own memory. Like I can't remember stuff like that, but it's because I'm silly brained. I don't know what you call it. I can create things and I can draw a nice picture, but I can't remember a historical date or do a math or a sport. But so I was very impressed by that. And actually, would you remind me again what that was? So we did a sketch. Yeah,
so I wrote it. It was for a parody.
It's going to be offensive to our North Carolina listeners, but they are not listening anyway. The ones who would be offended by this, they're not going to be offended.
So it was based on the meeting between Ulysses S. Grant and Robert E. Lee at Appomattox Courthouse at the end of the Civil War.
Right.
Where
that was funny.
War was coming to an end, and they met up to sign treaty, or not a treaty. Yeah, I guess it was a treaty. Just Robert E. Lee surrendering the Confederate Army. And I thought it would be funny if... So even backtracking that, after the war, there was this movement in the South called the Lost Cause Movement.
That's
where
right.
Former generals and historians, writers, later on directors, kind of rewrote history in their own kind of fan fiction.
Right.
To change the narrative of what the war was about.
It goes to the winners most of the time, but they're like, no, fuck that. We're going to lose, and we're going to rewrite history and make it look a lot better than it was anyway. Right. We still have a lot of Confederate flags and Confederate monuments in my town. Oh, yeah. We have one that's been vandalized twice already this year, and is a huge hot button topic for my small town. Right. It sits right in the middle of the square, just a massive statue. Oh, I'm not going to say anything either way about it because I love this town, and there are so many. It's like split down the middle right now, so I'm just like, I'm gonna leave it alone. But
right, so that's the period when they started building all these monuments.
Yeah,
and so I thought it would be funny if I wrote a parody about that and using this this actual meeting.
Yes.
In a way to
kind
present
of
these
fun
ideas.
At it, but but with a lot of historical basis. And it was like so impressive. I remember listening to it and just watching the conversation like, whoa, this guy did his fucking research. Yeah.
Like I've lived this since I was like 4.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh my God. And like my character was my favorite,
yes,
not because it was mine.
Nathan Bedford Forrest.
Nathan Bedford Forrest. And he's based on a true person?
No, he is a real person.
He's real, and he's the leader of the KKK.
Yeah.
Is that right? Oh, Nathan Bedford Forrest was the... leader of the KKK.
I'm sorry I didn't tell you that
No,
before.
I feel bad because I just said he was my favorite person, but it's only because he was so fucking ridiculous.
Yeah.
And I played it big.
Yeah.
Like, you handed me the
I wrote
role
it
and you were
with
like,
you in mind.
how?
I was like, I need.
She looks like a damn racist.
No. I just needed a southerner.
Oh,
who's
yeah,
loud
like a
and
twang.
expressive.
Yeah.
There we go.
Hoo-hoo-hoo. Good Lord. Do you think I did it justice?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, it
good.
was pretty ridiculous.
Yeah.
It got out there. Hoo doggy.
So Nathan Bedford Forrest was a general in the Confederate Army, and at the Battle of Fort Pillow in 1864,
Fort Pillow.
Yeah.
A battle called Pillow. That's like such a juxtaposition. Yeah. That's such a oxymoron, I feel like. Two very different things.
Yeah.
Okay.
But on a sadder note, he executed all these prisoners because they were freed slaves who enlisted in the
funny.
Union Army. Yeah. Hilarious. So he executed them and then tried to cover it up in his reports.
With pillows.
Right. Yeah, smothered.
It got dark again. Oh my god. Oh.
This is like my normal mode.
I was about to
really
say,
dark,
this is just dark and dry. That's what we said right from the beginning, right from the get-go. We're not fooling anybody.
No.
Yep. Cody Nelson Holcomb, dark and dry.
Yeah. So then after the war, he went back to Pulaski, Tennessee, and founded a little club that became the Ku Klux Klan.
I just want to get some nice whites together just to have a conversation. That's probably how it started. Oh, what a terrible piece of garbage.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
So I wanted him right that way. And
Yeah,
make
absolutely.
Fun of him
And
make
I feel
him
like
this
I did.
ridiculous. Yeah.
I leaned into that hard.
Right.
He was not a likable character by the time I was done with the sketch, I don't think.
Right.
Good. Did it justice. There is some justice in the world. And he's probably dead now.
Oh, yeah. Long dead.
That was hundreds of years ago.
War ended 154 years ago.
Yep. So unless he's a vampire now, he's probably gone. Thank God.
Right.
And there's less KKK members than there were. I wish I could say they were gone, but I feel like that was not accurate. Dark and dry.
Yeah.
So you're in writing 2, and you're in writing 2 that is at 10 o'clock on
Saturdays. Same time.
Oh my God. I hate all of you. I'm so jealous with rage. Jealous with rage? I don't think that. Pregnant with jealous rage. That's what it is.
There you go.
I've been inseminated with jealous rage. No, I'm super excited for you guys. I might creepily stop by sometime.
Oh, yeah. Just come right in.
Yeah. I'll sub one day. I'll just kidnap whoever is teaching the class. Just smuggle them away and teach the class just so I see everybody. Oh, because so far, quite a few of you guys are in the writing, but you're in the writing program. The only reason that I'm not continuing with the writing program is because I got into the improv for actors.
That's good.
So I'm excited about
that.
No,
that's awesome.
Yeah, definitely. And I really enjoy writing. Right now I'm writing a book, and so I feel like I need to focus on that as far as writing goes, too. I'm hoping to have it done by the end of the year. Well, I'm hoping to have the first book done in the next couple weeks. So hopefully by the time this comes out, the first one will be done.
Oh, yeah.
But it'll be a trilogy, so I'm hoping to have the trilogy done by the end of the year.
And you said it's all illustrated last year?
Yeah, it's all illustrated. Cool. Just silly little illustrations, and just comedic memoirs about some dark shit and some light shit, and about my life and everything, and whatever. So that's the main reason I'm not moving forward with sketch comedy right now. But I would like to get in the conservatory program eventually.
Yeah, you would be great in it.
Thank you. Oh, God, thank you. Fingers crossed. That's the dream.
Yeah.
That's the freaking dream. And then, but for that, I know there's going to be a lot of writing. So I feel like I do need to slip back into some writing classes before I get to that point. Because I've learned so much in this class, things that I would never have thought of or would never have crossed my mind. Especially about structure and everything.
Yeah.
And I'm gonna keep you in mind if I ever do get into conservatory, because I feel like us as writers are very different and probably approach it very differently. I need whatever you have that makes you write accurately and research what you're writing. So I'm more like a I'll just write it and then I'll fix it later, and then it usually doesn't get that far.
Yeah.
The fixing.
It's been weird the entire class because we get the assignment, I go take the week to write it, and I always feel like shit about it. I always feel like it's going to be horrible.
You know what?
And I'm writing the train up here, I have like such anxiety.
Yes.
And then we settle in, we present it. I haven't written one where everybody was like, oh yeah, that was awful. So
that was just me twice now, like 2 weeks in a row.
They weren't bad.
Yeah, thanks. Thanks. It's okay. I'm over it by now.
I just read
Thank
with the
you.
first one.
Thank you. It was funny. That was the thing. It's like usually I felt that way. I've been like super nervous, and I've been like, this doesn't feel like no one should hear this or see this.
Yeah.
I'm a student, and yet I have to present it in front of other people. You know, in regular school, normally you'd have a homework assignment, and you would just submit it to the teacher, and then you get feedback. But ours is like live. You're getting it right as it comes.
Yeah. I've always felt weird about sharing my writing.
Oh my God. Yes.
Yeah.
And it's such an
no
open...
confidence.
No. And the only sketch that I've been confident about this whole semester was the last one. And it was the night before, the Mr. Marvelous one. Mm-hmm. And it was the night before I acted the whole thing out with all like 7 characters or 6 characters to my aunts. Like my sweet aunts just sitting in the living room, like watching TV. And I just interrupted with my script, and I was like, I'm really proud of this, and I really want to share it with you. So I did every character, just swapping back and forth. I'm General USA on the book, and blah, 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 and just did all the characters. Yep. Oh my God, I'm using my high heels, kick my way out of the high-stakes situation. And just like back to back, all the actions, one person. And I don't know if they really reacted at all. They were very sweet, but they were just wide-eyed. And I think they didn't want to say, like, Emma, don't do this. This is a bad idea. So I was just like, thanks, guys, and then brought it to class. And didn't realize till I was done. Like, maybe not so much. But it was a learning experience. Yeah. And Sam and I were talking about it. You know, it's good to have these conversations.
Right.
You know.
I actually felt like my last one was going to bomb.
Oh my God, no, it was great. Horrible. It was great. Oh my God, everybody loved it too. Yeah. Oh man.
I was the most shocked person in that room when people were like clapping in the middle of it.
You looked surprised when we were going through. You were like, this is history that I wrote. Like, this is
like just all off the top of my, like I was making myself laugh because like all of these like characters I've studied for so long that like they're just like people that I feel like I know.
Yes.
So like being able to put them on paper and like have people act them out is so
and
great.
See, I don't know history very well, but I do enjoy it. And I worked in the history and genealogy department at the library that I used to work at in North Carolina. It was a very historical town. Yeah. So we had like cemeteries and buildings that were up in the Civil War times, and it was fascinating. I love that city. And so I do enjoy it.
I was worried it was going to be. I was worried it was going to be too niche. Like I know all of this so well, but I wasn't sure people would get it.
And like they said, somebody made this comment in class. They said the people who do get it are going to like adore this sketch. Yeah. And the people that don't get it are still going to really enjoy it. I think it's funny. So it's like that's the goal. Like that's the balance that you want to find. Right. Like you want your references to be known wide enough that anyone could join, but the people that know that it's specifically accurate. Mm-hmm. That's great. It's fantastic. Yeah. Yeah. And Jeff and I, you probably noticed from the podcast, we didn't realize that we had both done Marvel in DC. Yeah. Until, you know.
I was listening to him on the bus
so
up
weird.
Here.
Yeah. It was so weird. Nobody else in the class, like, that's not come up. And we had a 2-hour conversation leading up to it and never came up. Like, how weird is that? Oh, man. Gosh. Good times. Oh. Well, yeah, let's go on another break and then we'll come right back.
Okie dokie.
Oh, okie dokie. I said bye. Oh. There's a quick word from our sponsor?
Yes.
Ow! Oh! Ow! It hurts! Oh, it hurts! Oh man! I forgot to soak my tortilla chips in water again to make them nice and soft. Oh. Hi there, ma'am. Hello? It looks like you need some soggy scoops. The world's first and only soft tortilla chip. Soggy scoops. Because not everyone likes to crunch when they munch. Thank you. Soggy Scoops, you've saved my sensitive mouth skins. Cody Nelson Holcomb. Sorry, I want to try that. Cody Nelson Holcomb. So now we've learned that you've moved to Chicago about a year ago to find yourself. Mm-hmm. Do you feel like you're getting closer to finding yourself? Are you peaking?
This class really helped me because
Nice.
I had lost all confidence in my writing in college.
Oh.
So rediscovering that, like, hey, I'm not like awful at this, and getting like that positive feedback. It's like,
Right.
oh, okay, this is the direction I can go.
Oh man, isn't that nice?
Yeah.
That's got to be a good feeling, and it has been positive for sure. I feel like this is the right choice for you. I mean, nobody can make that but you, but that's great. And you're moving forward with the second class in the writing institution.
Yeah.
Are you? Do you have any further plans?
I don't know. Like,
Taking it day by day.
yeah. Since this class inspired me to write again, I might start writing stuff that isn't comedy. I just don't know what
Wait,
that is.
you can write stuff that's not comedy?
Yeah.
Like,
Wait. I mean,
like math?
No. Like history and like other stuff.
Oh, yeah, I guess.
Literature.
Sure.
Yeah. I just don't know what that specifically.
I'm kidding. That's great. No, yeah, absolutely. I do like nonfiction too. Do you read much?
Yeah.
Nice.
Mostly nonfiction.
Great. What kind of nonfiction do you like?
Mostly historical stuff. But
That's
there's this. Have you heard of Eric Larson?
Oh, absolutely.
Just love him.
Oh my God.
So good.
Absolutely.
It's nonfiction, but it reads like it's fiction.
Yeah.
And the topics he chooses is so interesting.
Oh my God. I'm so excited. I'm going to read some more by him.
In the
trying to
Garden of
think.
Beasts is really good.
Yes.
It's about the U.S. ambassador to Germany in 1930 and like this American family living in Berlin with the rise of the Nazis.
That's wonderful.
It's crazy.
Oh my God. I bet I would love it.
And they actually he has one called Devil in the White City.
Yes, that's
Which
the
is
one that that's the one that I was
here,
thinking of. We did that in
serial
our
killer in Chicago.
Yes, we
Yeah.
did that one for a book club. I was trying to think of the book that, what really, The Devil in the White City, yes.
Mm-hmm.
Oh my gosh, awesome. And I feel like that's where so much talent comes in as far as writers too, because it's easy to write nonfiction, it's easy to write fiction, but it's hard to write accurate fiction. It's hard to write interesting nonfiction, I feel like. And the people who can do that, especially the interesting nonfiction.
Yeah.
I mean, because you've got to stick with the facts. I mean, that's what nonfiction is. And finding ways to present that and like stick with some kind of a hero's journey or a structure that is interesting for a reader and kind of pulls you along in a way that you can keep up with the information, but you're still interested.
Right.
We haven't heard Ricardo's podcast yet. I mean, now we have.
Yeah.
Our listeners have.
Mid-June. Or
But
July.
yes, we were trying to decide what the, when you're on the edge of your seat when you're watching a movie or a show, and what are you if you're reading a book? And I think we decided on the lashes of your balls, of your eyeballs, of course.
There you go.
Yeah, something like that. I don't know. We could, if you think of another one, that'll be great. Which I guess edge of your seat works. That seems so uncomfortable reading a book because it takes so long to read a book. I feel like you get a sleepy cheeks if you're on the edge of the seat that much. So yeah, I do read some historical nonfiction. I find myself when it comes to nonfiction reading more books about health. Actually, and a lot about like the chemicals that we put into our food and the chemicals that we put on our body, and how wonderful the FDA is, and just how they've just really been on top of everything and non-corrupt and just great, just protecting all of the Americans from themselves. Sarcasm. Just in case. I read one, Doritos Effect. Have you read that one? Or,
No.
Or there's all these, fat, sick, and lazy, or whatever. That sounds terrible, but so those ones I like. And then, do you read any fiction?
Yeah, I read It last year. Stephen King's
Ooh,
It. That was really good.
I love Stephen King.
Right.
Oh my gosh, he's a freaking genius. Oh, I just watched Misery for the first time, like the classic.
I've never
Misery.
seen any
No,
of the
I
movies.
never caught it.
No.
Oh, you've never seen any Stephen King movies?
Except the new It.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah. Yeah.
What? Oh my gosh.
We didn't really watch horror movies in our house.
Well, did you watch Stand By Me?
Oh, yeah, I guess that's true.
It's
Never
so
mind.
hard
Yeah,
because you never think of that as Stephen King. No,
Right.
I'm the same way. Or Green Mile.
Haven't seen that. Heard of it, though.
Oh, you would love it. Oh, it's such a great movie. And honestly, I mean, I love horror. I love the whole genre. I love horror books, and I love horror movies, and I love horror in real life. Actually, I told my partner Corey. I guess I warned him. Would be the way to put it. That I really enjoy scaring people, and that I'll probably try to scare him, and that I'm sorry in advance. Because
It's gotta happen.
Yeah, I get really creative with it, and I'm just a terrible person. I've started watching the show, The Haunting of Hill House, and it's a horror TV show, and I love it so much. But it has literally had me like weeping with horror, because it's like I have a whole physical reaction to horror that I'm addicted to. I've actually an ex-boyfriend. I one time stood. He had a stairwell in his house. That was a hallway, and I had a long trench coat that I put on backwards and then flipped all my hair and just stood in the midway down the stairs for like a full minute, and he was like, Emma? And then I started walking up the stairs, so it looked like I was walking backwards, but my legs were the wrong way. I'm a horrible person. I just love scaring people. Anyway, I
probably honestly, I probably would have hit you with a bat if you did.
Where do you live? Where do you live, Cody?
You don't even know that.
Oh my God, that laugh was probably horrifying too. Sorry. I think it comes from my siblings. I'm the youngest of four, and they got really creative with me. My sister once, she was babysitting me and left the house at one night, and then was banging on different parts of the house, like windows and stuff, and hiding, and then eventually went to the breaker box and started shutting off lights that were closest to me in the rooms. And then I finally ran outside and just peed my pants in the driveway.
Jesus.
I was so scared. Oh, anyway, so it's a great time.
Yeah.
And who doesn't like being scared and peeing their pants? My point was, just to come all the way back from that somehow, is that my favorite Stephen King is actually his stuff that's not horror, or that's more suspense and more thriller stuff, like Green Mile and Stand By Me and Joyland. If you get a chance, it's like a really quick read, and it's older now, but Joyland's a great one, and it's more thriller, a little bit maybe sci-fi, more than like straight up horror. I like his coming of age type stories are great. He's a very poignant man. Right now I'm reading Jodi Picoult. And she wrote My Sister's Keeper. That's the only one I can really think of. It's like a pretty popular one. And so she writes just like she writes fiction, and they're so topical that they're like painful. Like she got one recently about an abortion clinic being held up. And like My Sister's Keeper is about a girl whose parents have a second child so that they can take blood and bone marrow from her for their first child who has leukemia, and so they like genetically have this child.
Damn.
Just to be able to do that, pretty much, so that they can keep their first child alive longer. It's like just really hard to read.
Yeah.
But I don't know, maybe I'm like I'm a masochist. I think that's what we've learned from the horror and from the terrible. Because
I loved history as a kid, like I studied like the Holocaust, and it always weirded out everybody.
No, it's
where it's like, it was strange.
No, my you would get along great with my sister-in-law. We call her a war nerd, which sounds like a Pokemon or like a superhero, but it's not as cool. But we call her war nerd because she totally knows everything about the Holocaust and 9/11. So she's just a delight to have conversations with. No, she's wonderful. She's absolutely wonderful.
Right.
But no, it's great. I'm glad that you're into history.
Yeah.
Man. And into the future. So you're taking it day by day. A second city.
For now, in a couple weeks, I'm starting a construction job.
Ooh, that's exciting.
Which, at the time this comes out, I will probably be starting.
Ooh, so you're going to get a tan.
Yeah. And
you're going to, what kind of construction? Not that you're not tan, sorry. Yeah. Our listeners, just so you know, he's very tan.
Thank you.
Dry and dark.
It's, I think, a mall in somewhere in the suburbs.
You're constructing a mall?
Or like a store or something.
Gotta create a mall.
Yeah.
Nice. That sounds good.
So just exploring that too.
Absolutely. And 21, man, you got your whole rest of your life ahead of you. Not like us 27-year-olds, just done, just in the dirt by now. That's
I got
so
6 years to
exciting.
figure shit out.
Man, that's right, yeah. Oh, man, I'm excited to see where you're at when you're 27. Man, I'm sure you'll have it all figured out by then, just like I do. just all figured out and stuff. So yeah, I'm really excited to, hey, if you ever need somebody to read some sketches and give you some points of view or anything, I'll be here.
Oh yeah.
Nice.
Awesome.
I so look forward to seeing. Also, if some of your shows, get produced by Sin City, or
that would be incredible.
that would be incredible. I bet it'll happen. Keep trudging forward through the writing program and stuff.
Yeah.
Because there's 6 classes, I think we were hearing in the writing program, or 6 levels.
And I think you have to apply into the 6th one.
Oh, okay. Exciting stuff.
Yeah.
Oh, man. So around this time next year.
Yeah.
Oh, man. Oh, exciting stuff. Man, I'm gonna keep up with you. I'm keep track of your progress and stuff. And if you ever need some encouragement or anything, you let me know.
Oh yeah.
Thank you so much for coming out today.
Yeah.
And being
Thank
on
you
the
for
show.
having me. Awesome.
Absolutely. I look forward to hearing more about your work and everything. And good luck with your construction job.
Yep. Thank you.
Your future.
Yes.
And good luck with the fella who owned the yacht. I appreciate you not saying his name. Thank you for that. Keeping us all safe.
Yes.
Here on the Pish Tosh podcast.
Reference section and corrections?
Alrighty, it was so great having Cody on here. I almost said having comedy on here. It was so great having comedy on here with Cody Holcomb. Speaking of Cody and comedy, he told us about some comedy podcasts that I wanted to talk a little bit more about with you here. He talked about Dan Sodor and Big J Okerson's podcast, The Bonfire, which is on Sirius XM's Comedy Central Radio. And Dan Sodor is pretty freaking cool. Cody turned me on to him, and since I've looked into some of his work, and it's awesome. He's a stand-up comedian, radio personality, and actor. You can check out his Netflix special on season 1, episode 6 of The Stand-Ups. He's also have some live performances coming up July 21st through the 25th. He's going to be at Cafe Cleopatra in Montreal. So if you find yourself in Canada next week, then go see him. He's also going to be at the Underbelly in Scotland. Oh my. And that's July 31st through August 26th. So he's doing some great stuff out there across the world. Pardon My Take is another podcast that we talked about with Dan Big Cat Katz. It's a comedy sports podcast that debuted in February of 2016. And so, this podcast debuted the 28th of February, and then March 2nd, like 2 days later, it made #1 on the US iTunes charts. And the next day, the day after that, on the 3rd, it made 38th on the Canadian iTunes charts. So just like straight out of the gate, it was amazing, and I strongly suggest you guys check it out because it's just fantastic. Also, not only did Cody educate us on some podcasts, but he also gave us a little history lesson about the Battle of Fort Pillow, or the Fort Pillow Massacre, which, fun fact, is marked as one of the bleakest, saddest events of American military history. So that's why we're going to talk about it here, in a comedy setting. Nathan Bedford Forrest was responsible for killing a lot of soldiers who were trying to surrender. I guess, if there can be anything positive, it really strengthened the support from the North and stuff. And then also, there's now a state park there. So state parks are cool. Nathan Bedford Forrest was a real piece of work. In 1865, him and some of his veteran buddies started a little social club called the KKK. And he went from being a major general to a grand wizard to just a major piece of crap. My mom gave me a lot of haircuts Yeah, there's no segue there. Got some haircuts from my mom, and they were bad. I stand by that statement. But she's a dog and cat groomer, so she cuts dogs and cats' hair like amazing. It's really weird. It just doesn't transfer to people, I guess. And I just wanted to give a quick shout out to her for grooming my beautiful, beautiful Judy books. She just really gave it her all on Saturday, and I appreciate that. And my dog is just, it's just my favorite thing. Anyway, Cody and I talked briefly about musician and comedian Tim Wilson. He was the booty man. Tim Booty Wilson. I looked into how he's doing now, and it's fine. He's dead though. He died of a heart attack in 2014. And then he was inducted into the Georgia Music Hall of Fame because he was just he's great. He's hilarious. He co-wrote the Redneck 12 Days of Christmas. He wrote songs like Ricky Tidwell's Mama, She's Going to Play Football, and Garth Brooks' Ruined My Life. He also wrote a detective book called Happy New Year, Ted. And so he's a pretty well-rounded Southern gentleman. Cody and I talked about some nonfiction books. I mentioned a book, I was trying to think of the name, and I think it was Fat, Sick, and Nearly Dead, but really that's more of a documentary with accompanying books. But it went along the same lines of the nonfiction that I do like to read, which is books about health and, the chemicals that we put into our bodies and stuff like that. If you'd like to some suggestions on some awesome nonfiction books, attaching an article to this podcast called 50 Best Nonfiction Books from the Past 20 Years, just to kind of give you some more to add to your reading list. Because apparently millennials read. I kind of alluded to the misconception that millennials don't read like other generations do, but that's just not true. I'm also attaching a link to an article about that. It's got an amazing infographic with lots of statistics that they gathered about the millennial generation, and it's very, very encouraging. It's very positive. Just some quick ones. Millennials are using public libraries more than any other generation. Yay. 80% of 18 to 29-year-olds read a book in any format in the last 12 months. And 72% read a print book. Right behind that is ebooks, and then closely followed is audiobooks. So we're actually doing pretty well, millennials. And I mean, I didn't become a librarian because I hate books. So this just made me really happy to read that. I hope you guys check out the article too. We talked really, really briefly about Pete's Dragon, the 1977 one, and it does star Mickey Rooney, and it also stars Helen Reddy, who is the Australian singer-songwriter who wrote I Am Woman, so just throw that out there too. She's a badass. I talked briefly about Blue October, who's my favorite band. You can get more information on them at blueoctober.com, tour dates, and merchandise. You can help fund their new documentary coming out, their first documentary. It's all about the members of their band and their inception, and also about recovery. It's called Get Back Up, and I'm in love with them too. Cody and I talked about a Midwestern sketch that was written in our Writing 2 class, and it was written by Jack Matthews. I can't believe I forgot that because I love Jack Matthews, and I'm going to have him on the show very, very soon. Him and Jeffrey Brian Landsman are good friends, and so I'm so excited to have him on here too. Another interesting fact is that the neighborhood that I talked about, Pilsen in Chicago, is actually in the top half of safest neighborhoods. And I joked around a little bit about the Chicago fireworks, but really I have not felt unsafe in the city much at all. And this was my first 4th of July in the city, so I've seen more fireworks in the last 2 weeks than I've ever seen in my entire life, and it's been incredibly beautiful. I highly recommend spending at least one Independence Day in Chicago because it's unlike anything I've ever seen. It was just fireworks in every direction. It was just like, I don't know, being in another world. It was amazing. Lastly, I joked about North Carolina encouraging underage drinking. And of course that was a lie. Do not drink when you're underage or like try to obtain alcohol, because you could get charges that stay on your record. You could get fines, community service, jail time. And from what I could tell, Illinois' laws are a little bit more strict about that. Especially, do not use a fake ID. Whatever you do, don't borrow someone's ID. Don't try to make one yourself, because that could even lead to imprisonment and your license being taken. So don't do that. Yeah, I'm not even gonna get into underage like drinking and driving, because that is a whole nother can of worms, and it's super depressing, because not only could you get like jail time and stuff, but you could potentially kill someone or kill yourself on accident. So just don't drink when you're underage. That's my like little PSA or whatever. Don't do what I did, I guess, basically. Which that's a whole book in and of itself. But thank you so much for listening. Thanks for bearing with my rough, gravelly voice. Hopefully I'll be past whatever kind of bug or allergy this is very soon, and you guys won't have to put up with it anymore. I look forward to coming out with next week's episode on July 23rd. I'm getting my dates. I'm figuring out numbers and how they work, and it's exciting times. July 21st, this Sunday, I'll be heading to North Carolina. So next week's podcast will be coming from North Carolina. I'm so excited. I'll be leaving on Sunday afternoon after my improv for actors class, and I'll be coming back on Saturday night the following week. Alrighty. Thank you guys so much for listening. I hope everyone has a wonderful, warm, and cool week. Warm on the outside and also air conditioning on the inside, hopefully. And I am so bad with goodbye still, but until soon.